the Tanya has is divided into 5 books. The first book is that's usually called the Tanya. That's the Sefer Shel Benoni. It's called Sefer. That has 53 chapters. That's what everybody learns. But also there is afterwards. There's a book which is called the Book of Unity and Faith, and then there's afterwards the Book of Repentance, Tshuva, Return. Then afterwards there are letters, Yigros Tshuva, letters that the Rebbe, first Rebbe of Chabad wrote. And finally, there's what's called Kuntres Akron, explanations of very deep ideas of Kabbalah. It explains. Okay, so the fourth book, which are these letters, are just a group of letters which were the Rebbe gathered together, and his pupils really gathered together, his children. And this is not, okay. Okay, so the first of them, that's what says, Potchim Bebracha. And the second of them was a letter that he wrote after he got out of prison. After the Rebbe got out of prison, he was imprisoned by his enemies. There were other religious Jews. It's a long story, but he got out of prison and he wrote a letter. I'm very humbled by the miracles that God has done for me, and I'm thankful to God. It's very beautiful. So it says the first letter that's in the letters of this was written 10 years before the second letter, which says Katonti. So the letters were not just written in one year or 1 week or something. The first one was written 10 years before the second one was written. Okay. And the second one, by the way, it encourages humility in the face of success. When we succeed, it shouldn't make us haughty or egotistical. It should make us more humble. Okay. And that was written 10 years after the first letter. Okay, that is the first one. That's today. Let's do Shabbat. Shabbat. The 6 remembrances are recited every day. Shabbat. There's 6 things in the Torah scattered through that it says you should remember. You should remember. Right? Remember. You should remember going out of Egypt. You should remember the day of Shabbat. You should remember Amalek, right? That Amalek attacked us. You should remember receiving the Torah. Right? These things you have to remember every day, right? You have to remember going out of Egypt. You have to remember receiving the Torah. You have to remember that Amalek attacked us. You have to remember how you angered God in the 40 years you were in the desert. You have to remember what happened to Miriam, that she said some seemingly vaguely disparaging words about Moshe and she got punished. And you have to remember the day of Shabbat. 6 remembrances that you have to say every day, including Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. From my father's sayings, there's the previous Rebbe speaking about his father, his father was the 5th Rebbe of Chabad. What good is Chassidut and being religious if the main thing is lacking loving other Jews, loving one another, even to the extent of causing God anguish to himself? God himself is pained if there's a lack of love between Jews. It doesn't make any difference. The Jew agrees with you, doesn't agree with you. But now let's do Tisha B'Av. Tisha B'Av, you don't learn Torah in the daytime. We're not going to have any classes on Sunday. Sunday, no classes. Sunday is a fast day. Sunday is a fast day. So let us do Sunday as well. Yom Yom. Every year on Tisha B'Av, my father would learn a midrash. You're not supposed to learn Torah, but topics in the Torah that are relevant to Yom Kippur, to Tisha B'Av, as we can learn. He would learn Eicha Rabbah. It's a part of the Midrash Rabbah, and the chapter about Rabbi Yochanan and chapter Hanazikin. This is in Gittin, destruction of the temple. And it's very worthwhile to read, even if you read it in English. You can read it in English. It has a portion of there about the founder of Christianity, also about how he's burning and boiling in hell. And in the morning after we say it would in the morning he would also say Echa. Echa is Lamentations, the book of Lamentations. The Rebbe would be called up for mafter, sometimes both in Shachrit and in Mincha. We say mafter in both prayers, the morning prayer and the afternoon prayer of Tisha B'Av. There's two haftorahs that we say. As good. Now, story.